Aries. If I had to pick the sign that truly learns the hard way, it's this one. Aries has a natural tendency to rush in, regardless of the consequences. And let's be honest, that rushness causes problems. Sometimes this shows up as a help you're offering, interfering, and setting back that person. This might be your impulsivity at work or not wanting to ask for instructions because you don't like being told what to do, or you're too shy to ask for instructions because you don't want to sound like you don't know what you're doing. Or it looks like staying in a negative relationship far too long that's not helping you grow, simply because you're holding on to the idea of change instead of accepting the reality of the stress it's causing your life. Today, we're going to be unpacking a little bit of the Ram energy. Before we get started, please keep in mind how Aries interacts in your birth chart will change how the energy is expressed. This is a generalization on Aries energy. If you would like to share your birth chart below, I can do a mini reading on how Aries energy interacts in your chart. So when we talk about Aries energy, we're talking about being quick-witted, being very confident. Sometimes it's confidence mixed with a little bit of arrogance. But the shadow side of this is how it shows up when it's unbalanced. It can be selfish, it can be quick-tempered, it can't be highly impulsive. Since Aries rules the first house, the house of the self, patience is one thing they might struggle to manifest, or it could have come through a lot of less hard lessons in their life. Coming first, standing out from the crowd, being the pioneer, that is the default mode of Aries. But how that energy flows out of you, that depends on your specific chart. The dances that Mars is doing in your chart, since Mars is ruled by Aries. Don't make the mistake of thinking an empty Aries house means you're safe. You still have lessons here. You need to dive deep into which house Aries falls in for you. And most importantly, look where your Mars is, since, like I said, Mars is the ruler of Aries. Your Mars placement is the steering wheel for your entire drive of this energy. Mars energy is like the raw, untamed energy that you find in a wild animal. That's Mars. So it's very strong in your chart. So if it's being activated, or if it's being, I guess, put in a situation where it has a lot more energy with aspects or the dances that it's doing, you're going to need to learn to control that Aries energy so that it doesn't control you. For example, Aries and Mars, you have to exercise because you're going to have a lot of energy that's going to be mental. So you're going to have a lot of negative thoughts that are going to mess with you. You could be suffering from depression or from anxiety. This energy can also come in you not being able to commit or being able to be happy in a relationship. Like you're always looking for something new. That's how this energy could come out in, or you could get easily distracted with something new or something shiny, something that you think is pretty. You could have a short attention span, like super short. And if you don't find ways to where you could provide variety for yourself in your life, you are going to force that to come out in other ways that might be hurting people or be hurting your relationship. So let's keep going with Aries. This is known as a day sign, and people with a rising Aries can be straightforward and very active. Active to the point of turning a little game into a competitive thing they have to win. This energy can come out in their love life as well. Venus in Aries can at times make you just love the chase of conquering someone and not the actual relationship. Please keep in mind this is an unbalanced Venus, and it has to do with how you show love to yourself, like how you provide love to yourself, because that's what Venus is for. Like how you nurture yourself and all of that. Look to what house and dances it's going on in your chart to dive in further. Aries is not just about me energy. Sometimes when their energy is unbalanced, this can come out as people pleasing, as Libra is the opposite sign of Aries.